Welcome to Throwback Action at Gulfstream Park. Brian Nato with you. Strong 10 race card here on Sunday in Hollandale Beach. Rainbow 6 in race number 5 at 325 estimated jackpot. But that's all secondary now because this morning and early afternoon we drew the 3 Pegasus World Cup races, of course highlighted by the $3 million Pegasus World Cup, the Turf and Philly Mare Turf as well. So the fields are out there. By the time you're seeing this Sunday night, the PPs for the card in its entirety, 7 graded stakes is out there as well. So we really hope to see you out there. Limited tickets available, but get cracking on a phenomenal day of racing on the 25th. But of course, Pete Aiello is upstairs today on Sunday for your course and weather conditions.
It's a warmer day than it has been. Temperatures have reached 80 degrees, partly cloudy skies. The main track fast, the Tapeta track fast, but we are off the turf today. Race 1, scratch the 1, Lumitrice. Race 1, scratch the 1. Racing at Gulfstream. From the far outside, Brisa Veloz was away quickly. In the middle, here for a good time, has speed. These two race on from a wall of horses, including Bohaka Blessing, who's nearest the inside. French Mistress is between horses. Amoret is wide on the course. And Long Wave in the pink cap is 3 wide and 2.5 lengths behind. It's a length and a half to Smudge, who comes away third last in front of Dairy Girl. And Green Jobs is last of all. They complete the opening quarter. Up on the outside, Brisa Veloz is up and around traffic to take the lead by a length and a quarter. Amoret is now moved to second after the good start. Here for a good time, backs off to race third. Outside fourth is French Mistress, a length and a half in front of Long Wave. Moving at the rail, that's Bohaka Blessing, a length and a half better than Smudge. Still out the back, Green Jobs and Dairy Girl. The opening quarter complete and a strong 23-1. They head to the half-mile point. Up front, Brisa Veloz by a length and a half over Amoret second. Here for a good time remains third. Moving in from the back, Smudge is 3 wide. Maroon colors on the move now. Smudge was 7th. She's now 4th, now 3rd, and charging to challenge. And on her back and trying to move up from the back is Green Jobs as they swing 5/16 from home. Smudge has made a sustained run from the back to put ahead in front. Here for a good time is back to second. Brisa Veloz did too much too soon. Bohaka Blessing is off cover and they're on their way home. It's a confident looking Dylan Davis on Smudge, who turns in on top. Toward the inside here for a good time second. Green Jobs asked to quicken by Gaffleone down the center. They're an 1/8 of a mile from home. Smudge is not home yet. Here for a good time is fighting hard toward the rail. 16th to go. Smudge still has the lead. Here for a good time fights back, but Smudge is in front and Smudge will win it. Here for a good time with a really good try second. Up for third was Green Jobs in 1:42 and 3. And they're off. Level beginning. Good start for the gray Valiant Winter, who heads off for the early advantage and tries to clear the inside traffic. Nishumi's out in the middle. From between horses, Sneaky, driving through at the inside P4. The early trailer is Iron Hand. They have half a mile to race. Up front, the outside two have got over. Valiant Winter leads with inside position. Nishumi alongside in second. In hand third is P4. Sneaky is on his outside. And 2.5 to the trailer, Iron Hand. They round the far turn at the 5/16. They went 22 seconds for the opening quarter. The battle rages on up front with Valiant Winter and Nishumi. Sneaky is next. Iron Hand on the far outside. Gaffleone looking to feed some racetrack to P4. No place to go. Off the turn and the stretch drive. All 5 across the course now. From the far outside, Iron Hand. From between horses, Nishumi. Outside, Sneaky. Valiant Winter fights hard toward the rail. Valiant Winter is game. He's still in front. Sneaky, Iron Hand and Nishumi. Who do you like? The 16th to go. Iron Hand down the center. Iron Hand wins a hard-fought battle, a half a length over Sneaky second. It's closer third, either Valiant Winter or Nishumi in 1:03-1.
Jackie's Warrior quickly in front here by 2 lengths. Here comes Jackie's Warrior up the inside to take over the lead from Life is Good. And Jackie's Warrior remains undefeated here at Saratoga, and he wins an unprecedented Grade 1 stakes at the Spa for the 3rd straight season.
Any success that we've enjoyed is directly attributable to the men and women who first bring horses to us to sell. You got to have good product. If we're able to attract quality horses to our sale with quality men and women selling them, we're going to have good sales. Everything that we do is going to be to achieve success tomorrow by doing things right today. It's a commitment to get up and do the right thing every day in a consistent and a professional fashion, and that's a great recipe for success long term.
And they're off. In the middle, it's Racket who gets the first call and goes looking for the early lead. Bean Machine tries to hold down the rail. Carrington gets started on the outside, and Gemstone Warrior into the top flight. So it must be a reasonable pace if that's the case. Second last early, Fableman and Antillian trails. Around the first turn they race, and it's Racket and Edgar Perez on top by 1.25 lengths. Outside second is Gemstone Warrior, much closer than usual. Toward the inside, it's Bean Machine with Carrington racing in 4th. A gap of 3 more to Fableman, and Antillian is last. 24-1 for the opening quarter. Down the backstretch they continue. It's Racket in front by 1.5 lengths. Gemstone Warrior on the chase from second. Bean Machine at the rail is third. Caramanos has Carrington out in the center of the racetrack in 4th, 2 better than Fableman, and Antillian is last. They go to the half-mile point. Perez still has hold of Racket, who leads through a 48-second half-mile and leads by 1.5 lengths. Bean Machine is second. Gemstone Warrior allowed to creep closer by Bravo in third. Carrington is now asked to quicken by Caramanos in 4th, 3 better than the Fableman, and the trailer is Antillian. 5/16 away. Racket by 1.5 lengths. Gemstone Warrior is a closer second. Toward the outside, Carrington tries to get underway. Bean Machine hunts an inside opportunity through 3/4. In 1:11-4, they're on their way home. It's Racket who tries to roll down the road in here. Racket still has the lead. He's 2 on top off the turn. Down the center, Carrington tries to go get him toward the inside. Bean Machine. They come past the 8th pole. Edgar Perez trying to get 1 more furlong from Racket, but here comes Carrington on the outside, and it's Horatio Caramanos for Mike Matz. It's Carrington who's getting up to go win going away. Racket second, Gemstone Warrior third, Bean Machine is 4th in 1:40-3. And they're off. Iron Tap was away quickly, so was Scallywag, and these two race on. Up on the outside, Passionate Cry won't be far away. Moving up toward the inside, that's One Last Kiss. At the rail is Blazing Tyreek. He's one of the last into stride as they run out of the chute. Passionate Cry does battle with My Right Hand, and down at the inside, One Last Kiss. Backing off to 4th now is Scallywag, moving at the rail, Blazing Tyreek. It's a gap of 2 to Last Shall Be First, racing together with Iron Tap. No speed at all today from Praiseworthy. Last of all, Leo Salas and One Last Kiss now have a clear lead. 24-3 for the opening quarter. One Last Kiss going well at this stage. Now bumps the margin to 2.5 over Passionate Cry second. Moving up toward the inside, Blazing Tyreek. Scallywag is between horses. My Right Hand is 3 wide. A gap of 5 more to Last Shall Be First. Nothing at all from Iron Tap, and Praiseworthy's farther back. They round the forward turn through a 47 2/2 mile speed. One Last Kiss trying to bottom out the group. He's 5/16 from home and 2.5 on top. Passionate Cry given the green light by Alvarado to try to launch some kind of a bid. From third, it's Blazing Tyreek. Outside and Scallywag, they're a 1/4 mile from home. One Last Kiss has the lead. Passionate Cry has covered his move and tries to go get him. 3/4, 113 flat. Passionate Cry is responding to Junior Alvarado, and he's up to challenge for control. They're an eighth of a mile from home, and Passionate Cry just put it away. There's an eighth of a mile to go, and the son of Yoshida, Passionate Cry, he responded when asked, and he'll win it, and win it going away. Passionate Cry striding clear with a 6-length win. One Last Kiss second. Praiseworthy ran third. Last Shall Be First was fourth in 138 and 3. And they're off. Noble Tiger off a step slow. From the rail, Steeler Mischief comes out firing with pace pressure from Better Luck, and these two get acquainted. On the far outside, that's Never Say Never looking to get over. Just to his inside is Kosher Capone in the run to the first turn. Reggae Man, he has the inside spot and working between horses Magic Slips. The two at the back, Four Top and Noble Tiger. It's a tightly grouped field, only 4.5 lengths from first to last. They chase Steeler Mischief to the backstretch run. Steeler Mischief leads 3 parts of a length. Better Luck is there second, Kosher Capone now third. The Reggae Man fourth at the inside, Never Say Never's on the far outside. In between horses and racing about 2 behind is Magic Slips in front of Four Top. Still out the back, the trailer remains Noble Tiger. 24 and 3 for the opening quarter. They head less than 5 furlongs from the wire. It's a stacked and packed group with Steeler Mischief and Better Luck continuing to spar. 3 wide Kosher Capone, 4 wide Never Say Never. The Reggae Man's the first to be asked any serious questions. He's racing back in 5th. 3 wide, that's Noble Tiger from between Magic Slips, and the trailer is now Four Top. They round the forward turn now. They stack and pack even more as they swing to the top of the stretch. From the 3 wide side, Never Say Never. In the middle, Kosher Capone. That's all for Steeler Mischief. From the back, Zayas on a roll with Four Top. He's circling horses 6 and 7 wide, and they're at the top of the stretch. Here's Four Top with a sustained run on the outside. He's going to try to loop the group here. Off the turn and the stretch drive. Favored Four Top striding forward. Never Say Never's going to fight right back. Never Say Never trying to get off the mat. Four Top right alongside. Never Say Never digs. Four Top surges. This is going to get close, but Four Top gains the upper hand. Four Top wins over Never Say Never, who fought the good fight. He was second. Kosher Capone third. Noble Tiger fourth in 139 and 3.
The Fasig-Tipton Kentucky Winter Mixed Sale, the last mixed sale before the start of the breeding season. Featuring racing broodmare prospects, yearlings, and mares in foal to their sport's top sires. Recent grads include multiple Grade 1 winner Adair Manor, graded stakes winners Fastest Flight, First Peace, Leave No Trace, Olivia Darling, and Running Bee. Kentucky Winter Mixed, February 3rd at Fasig-Tipton in Lexington, Kentucky. Where will you be?
They're off and running. Excellent start for Starship Mocha, who heads off for the early lead. Santos to Wilson with some tactical speed. Out in the middle, Sigrid Fastboy. Lunasima's between horses. The two at the back are Scar and Uranium. Out of the chute, onto the main track. The lead belongs to Starship Mocha, who's on top 3 parts of length. Down at the inside, Santos to Wilson is now second from Sigrun Fastboy. Scar is moving a bit closer. He's under a hold and moving into a joint third. Lunasima between horses, and at the back is Uranium. They went 24-1 for the opening quarter. Santos to Wilson is now moved to take the lead under Jaramillo from Starship Mocha, who has to sit back second. Ducking over to the rail is Scar, who's now a joint third. Racing in between horses, Lunasima. Asked to quicken already is Sigrun Fastboy, and his stablemate Uranium is detached a long way. He's last here, but they drilled the second quarter. They went to half in 46-2. They leave the backstretch and move on to the far turn. It's Santos to Wilson, trying to bottom out the group. He's 3 furlongs from home and 2.5 on top. Starship Mocha is there second, but he's stretched out. Lunasima begins to warm to the task. He's now third. Scar's bit is stalled. Uranium tries to get underway from the back, and they're at the top of the stretch. They complete 3 quarters, and they turn in after 1:10-4 to the 3/4 speed. The leader is Santos to Wilson. Off the turn on top by 5 now. Starship Mocha tries to hold on to second. Lunasima is next. Late run down the center from Uranium. Through it all, Santos to Wilson. He's still rolling. Santos to Wilson by as much as he wants. Lunasima holds to second. Santos to Wilson in front. Lunasima second. Uranium's up for third. Starship Mocha fourth in 137-1. And they're off. Perfect start. They were across the course when they broke. In other words, in Leprechauна, the first 2 to begin, with Episode and the Yellow moving to challenge. In between horses, Sorority Bid. Way out the center, Slew Diva. Para Siempre is between horses. The early trailer is Xenon. To the far turn they go. Leprechauna has the lead by a neck. In between horses, Episode second, 3 wide. Para Siempre is now third. In other words, back to fourth. Sorority Bid is next. Wide on the course, Jay-Z's Last Chance. In between horses, it's Slew Diva, and Xenon is last. They run to the top of the stretch, and they drilled a quarter. They stack and pack. Jay-Z's Last Chance with a bold bit on the outside. From the back, Xenon swung to the center by Dylan Davis. Down at the inside and dropping back, it touches Leprechauna. Off the turn and the stretch drive, Para Siempre comes away with the lead. Jay-Z's Last Chance runs at her on the outside, and Xenon tries to pick them both up. They come past the 16th pole. Xenon is surging on the outside. Para Siempre tries to hold her off, but Xenon gets up to win it. It's Xenon for the money over Para Siempre second. Jay-Z's Last Chance third, 57-3. And they're off. In between horses, Read On. It's a good start with J.P. Hellish moving up, and Space Launch is up near the action today. He races toward the top in a joint second now. Away fourth is Hot Blooded with Thought toward the rail. The 2 at the back are Nerves of Steel and Arashi. And the run around the first turn, it's a clear lead for Edwin Gonzalez and Read On top by 2. Space Launch is there second. Castellano takes hold of J.P. Hellish. He'll race in third. At the rail, Thought is now fourth from race favorite Hot Blooded on the outside fifth. Then it's Arashi, and Nerves of Steel is last. It's a strung-out group, better than 8 lengths from first to last through the opening quarter, and an aggressive 23-4. Up front, Read On boots the margin to 4 now. Racing second is Space Launch. On the outside, J.P. Hellish is third. Thought travels as a team with Hot Blooded, who's on his outside, then Nerves of Steel and Arashi. That's the 7 of them with half a mile to go, and Read On still the target. He leads by 3. Space Launch is second toward the outside, and now third is J.P. Hellish. Thoughts at the rail. Then it's Hot Blooded and Arashi, and Nerves of Steel is last. They take much closer order now as Read On's lead is down to a length and a half. Moving between horses into second is Space Launch 3 wide. Here's Castellano on JP Hellish, let go for a run. Thought needs a place to race, hot-blooded, working hard and starting to gain into it. Nerves of Steel fans on the outside. Off the turn and the stretch drive, Read On kicked again, and now he's 2 on top. They're an eighth of a mile from home. Read On roused on the top end by Edwin Gonzalez and finding plenty. Back to second now is Space Launch, taken on by JP Hellish and hot-blooded, but Read On responded when confronted. Read On went on to win it by 5. Second is JP Hellish. It's closer for third, either hot-blooded or Space Launch in 140 and 2. They're off. And they're off. In the middle, Loyal Louis gets the first call, but he'll be beat to the punch by Test Factor, who marches through at the rail. Test Factor has the lead. Loyal Louis is alongside in second in course. Is going to try to work between them. Out in the middle is Adios now looking to get over. He's about 5 wide. In between horses and Bella Future not far away, followed by East Boston Benny and Courageous Copper. Lingering toward the back of the field are My Voodoo Doll and Ensign Parker. To the far turn they go. Test Factor has the lead by a half a length. 3 wide, Bella Future, 2-path, Loyal Louis. A length and a half then to Adios now from between horses, East Boston Benny. Coercive puts the cue in the rack, getting started in the pink. Here's My Voodoo Doll. Swung to the center by Dylan Davis and charging hard. Off the turn and the stretch drive. Test Factor turns in under confident Edwin Gonzalez handling. He shakes him up for the drive and leads by 4. Down the center, My Voodoo Doll tries to get into second. East Boston Benny has the inside spot. In between horses, Loyal Louis, but at 9-5, put a ring around Test Factor. Test Factor is in front. My Voodoo Doll is second. I think East Boston Benny clung to the show with Ensign Parker charging at him in 102 and 2. Set and runners away. Drop the Hammer was away quickly, moving up on the outside. Preciseness has speed. Splitting Horses Sail Away makes it a party. Away fourth is Seeger Songs. Down at the inside, it's Eptimenon, and then up on the outside goes Payata. Jalilah's between horses third last in front of Zenith. The early trailer is Inesperi. As they run around the first turn, the leader is Sail Away by a length and a half. Preciseness is second. Drop the Hammer and now races from third. In between horses, it's Seeger Songs. Payata gets started on the outside. Here's a wide move from Inesperi, who's moving up under Joel Rosario 4 wide. That'll send Jalilah into action, although they're not happy about it is Castellano. At the rail, and Eptimenon, who races second last. The trailer is Zenith. The leader is Preciseness, who shoves ahead in front of Sail Away, who's right alongside in second. Payata is third through a 24 and 2 opening quarter. Way out in the middle in Inesperi, who's now racing into a contending spot, and then that covers up Seeger Songs. Moving out the rail, Drop the Hammer. Davis has a nice hold of this Daughter of Gunrunner, but needs to find some place to race. Jalilah, meanwhile, is stuck in traffic ahead of an improving Zenith, and Emtenon is at the back of the field through a 50 and 2 half mile. They move around the far turn. It's Sail Away back in front by a head. Preciseness is second. Drop the Hammer crying for some place to go, but she's mired in inside traffic. Getting started on the outside is Zenith from last. In between horses, Jalila. Getting started on the outside and Payada, and they're at the top of the stretch. 3/4, 15-1. Drop the Hammer still needs room. Off the turn and the stretch drive, Sail Away has the lead. On the outside, and Esprit is now second, right alongside Preciseness. Drop the Hammer has room now. They come past the 8th pole. Drop the Hammer surging through. Outside Jalila. Drop the Hammer. Jalila. Jalila's getting up. Jalila won it. Jalila under Javier Castellano prevails from an Esprit, who was second. It's a wall after that, 145-3.
That's a wrap on the 10-race Sunday card. We'll take a few days off. We'll be back with you on Wednesday, and that, of course, kicks off Pegasus World Cup week. We've got a 9-pack for you on Wednesday. And, again, the big day, Saturday, January 25th. We hope to see you out here at beautiful Gulfstream Park.